All right. Dear Father Spitzer, my question is this. God is all-knowing. God knew then that his angel of light would be consumed with pride and turn into the devil. Why did he go ahead and create him then from Larry?
Yeah, Larry, you know, God wanted to create free creatures. And in order to do that, he actually had to allow them to be free. And so, you know, it's the risk you take for creating a creature that's not going to just be programmed by you. So essentially, the Lord wanted to create free creatures like us, free creatures like angels, right, that could actually choose to love out of themselves, right, instead of choosing love because it's been programmed. It wouldn't be a choice. Instead of acting in a loving way because it was programmed into them. So just think of it this way. If you're actually going to choose to love like God loves, if you're going to have a choice, then you also have to have a choice not to love, to do the opposite of love. And if that's the case, then God has to create every creature with the capacity to freely choose. No, so you're thinking to yourself, well, God would have known that Lucifer was going to basically wind up choosing in the wrong direction. So why didn't he just eliminate him when you know, he created things? Because if God eliminated everybody who was going to choose wrongly, then he really, you know, would be using his foreknowledge to eliminate the possibility of free choice against something. So you basically, God has to sort of create these creatures, and he has to let them do what they are going to do. That is the free choice he's made. But of course, that's why there is a hell. Because in all eternity, you know, these demons are not going to be in the place of the blessed, namely heaven. They'll be down in hell trying to dominate one another, trying to be absolute narcissists and self-idolatrous wrecks right in the midst of everybody else. C.S. Lewis has that image of hell where everybody's house gets further and further away from one another, you know, over the course of time, so that eventually you don't have to see anybody else, because of course in hell everybody is a source of hell. Or Sartre put it a long time ago, hell is other people. That's the perspective of hell. But in heaven, you know, the perspective is heaven is other people.
Other people, right.
So, and God. Yeah, so it's the exact opposite. And so I think you can pretty much see God had to let Lucifer do what Lucifer was going to do. And he takes care of the problem from an eternal perspective.
And he continues to let that happen in the worlds, which you know, makes many of us upset or mystified as to why it seems like evil wins so often.
Well, evil wins because human freedom chooses the wrong path. But remember, we are given many choices. Evil can win for a while, but sometimes, as circumstances would have it, people change their minds. I mean, look at St. Augustine. He was definitely on the wrong track. And he definitely got on the right track. Now, of course, he had, you know, his mother Monica there, you know, trying to intercede for him in prayer, and then she wouldn't go away. You know, she actually took a ship to Milan. She was going to make sure that you know, he saw Ambrose with you know, with her last dying breath, and she was right. You know, and she got old Ambrose there, and you know, it got Augustine to actually listen to Ambrose. You can imagine what the good that it did. I mean, it changed his life completely, and we've got one of the greatest doctors of the church today. So all I can say is it's a mystery of human freedom, but God wanted us to be free. He didn't want to just create robots that would do his will or do his program. And he really wanted to create free creatures that could go against him. And so you got to allow for the possibility that some of those creatures will do that. And he allows Satan to do what he does to this very day, because we're free, and spiritual temptation, all you know, is part of the choices that we have to make.
And actually, it's interesting because of the nature of the internet, in the sense that there's so much information out there, historical information that never goes away. And you read about people years later after they were flaming through as the highlight of the universe, and many times, unfortunately, you see the wreckage of those people's lives and things that have happened after they are no longer, their Icarus wings have melted and they crashed, and that's a good lesson for us too.